Hi everyone, welcome to live stream Yoga with Louise, tips and cues to keep you safe and strong on the mat. For today's Pilates conditioning class, we're going to be taking equal parts Pilates and yoga, throwing them together and having a little fun. We're going to start with a little bit of standing and kneeling mobilization, then flow through 2 rounds of moon salutation before we come to some working conditioning sets. You ready to play? Let's do this. I'd like you to come to standing in a small Pilates V, heels together, toes pointing to the corner of the room. Take a big breath in, tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly button in, and start with your chin line parallel to the floor. Take a big breath in for 5, and on an exhale for 10, float one hand overhead as you drop the other set of fingertips towards the floor. Think of framing your head as you drop down. Big breath in for 5. Exhale for 10 as you drop and stretch on the other side. Weight both sets of fingertips as you oscillate side to side. Think of framing your head and weighting those fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 10. Frame your head, really drop down on those bottom fingertips. Let's do one more to each side. Then we'll take it to some roll downs from the V position. Last one, big breath in. Exhale, open up those spaces between the ribs as you come into position. Bring it back to your start position on the mat. Chin line parallel, tuck that tailbone, pull that belly button in. Big breath in. On the exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Give me a hollow frame through the belly as you roll down as if you were stretching over a big ball. Keep the knees soft, so give me a bend if you need it. Roll back up, zippering up strongly on those inner thighs, pulling up all the way from your pubic bone towards your sternum to come back to your start position. You're going to do about 4 more in your own time, mobilizing through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time as you come down, and using that same mobilization through the spine to bring yourself back to your start position. Hollow frame, both on the roll down and the roll up. Give me a nice big exhalation and use the whole exhalation to get into your forward fold. Take a recovery inhalation and then nice big exhalation to draw yourself 1 vertebra at a time back to your start position. Let's do 2 more. Exhale as you come down. Recovery breath before you exhale to draw back up. Last one, and then we're going to bring it to a kneeling gate frame on the mat, and we're going to mix it up a little bit today. Peel back up. You're going to drop into a kneeling frame from here. 1 leg bent, the other leg extended, more or less a straight line between the knee and the big toe. Big breath in for 5, exhale for 10 as you connect 1 set of fingertips to the floor. Take a big stretch and reach with your fingertips for the wall at the other side of the room. Inhale for 5 as you draw back towards the center line. Exhale for 10 as you stretch in the opposite direction. Lengthen through those fingertips. Inhale for 5 as you come back to the center. Exhale for 10 as you reach and stretch. Soft on the fingertips connected to the mat. Use your inner thighs and your core to hold your body weight. Inhale for 5, come back. Exhale for 10, take it over. Inhale for 5, come back. Drop to the mat and hold your gate frame. Give me a toe tap up and down with your extended leg, driving the movement by squeezing and engaging the inner thigh and your glutes to lift and lower the leg. Trying to work about hip height and back down to the mat, or you can make the movement smaller if you need to, if the hips are very cold. Give me 2 more like this, then we're going to change it up. Float that leg softly at about hip height and give me 5 small circular motions forward. Use the diameter of a tennis ball as your guideline and give me slow and controlled circles. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Change the direction of your movement. Make your movement slow and controlled, keeping control the whole time. No tension in the leg from the knee down. Drive from those inner thighs, the glutes and the abs. Last one. You're going to end with the leg extended. Then think knee softly to nose and come back to extension. Knee to nose, extend. Don't drive the movement from your knees. Think of using your inner thighs, the top of your thighs, and your lower abs pulling up towards your waistline to drive the leg movement. Give me 2 more like this, then we'll come into a mermaid frame. Remember this mermaid frame because we're going to use it on Friday. Come into extension on the mat. Feed your bottom leg through. Bend the knee of the extended leg and clip that knee into the arch of your front leg. Big breath in, give me a soft bend overhead, collapsing your palm and your elbow to the mat as you take an overhead stretch. Inhale for 5, exhale for 10. Palm and elbow softly weighted down towards the floor. Big breath in for 5, you're going to twist. One hand behind you, opposite hand over the leg. Inhale for 5 as you come back, exhale for 10 as you take a twist. We're going to play with that movement. Big breath in, exhale as you stretch overhead. Inhale for 5, come back. Exhale, take your stretch to the other side. Inhale for 5, come back. Exhale, twist. One set of fingertips on the floor behind you, other one cupping over the thigh. Inhale for 5, exhale, twist to the other direction. Last little set. Inhale for 5, exhale to stretch and reach. Inhale, come back. Exhale, stretch and reach. Inhale, come back. Twist long through the spine the whole time. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist. We're going to bring it into a kneeling frame from here, and you're going to mimic a camel line. Knees stacking underneath your hips, both sets of fingertips into your lower back. Take a gentle back bend. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Inhale, peel up. Cup one hand over opposite hip, taking a gentle stretch. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, float both sets of fingertips in your lower back. Keep your hips stacking over your knees. Drop your chin softly. Exhale, drop the arms at your sides. Big inhale in. On the exhale, cup over the midline of the body, opposite palm to hip. Keep your hips stacking over the knees as we play. Last one. We're going to rinse and repeat on the other side. Find your gate line. Check that your knee and your toe is more or less in a straight line. Big exhale as you come into extension. Reach with those fingertips for the wall at the other side of the room. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, stretch to the other side. Think of gently framing your head as you extend and open through the rib cage. Take it to the other side. Inhale to transition. Exhale as you take the stretch. We're going to do one more. Exhale as you come into extension. Lengthen from your fingertips to your toe. Inhale, exhale. Come back into your gate frame. Prop on the top hip and toe tap out. Soft on that arm that's connected to the floor. Try to hold the majority of your body weight by zippering up all the way on those inner thighs towards your sternum. Let's do 3 more like this, and we're going to circle out. Stop in extension and slowly begin your circular trace. Keep moving in the same direction. Don't make the diameter of the circle too big, but make sure that you're keeping it slow and controlled. One more in this direction. We'll change directions. Inhale for half of your circle circumference. Exhale for the other half. Make sure that you're using your breath to power through the movement. One more, then we're going to play with that extended leg line. Think knee to nose, come into extension. Knee to nose, come into extension. Knee to nose, come into extension. Give me 2 more like this, then we'll find our little mermaid shape. End with the leg extended, feed the bottom leg through, line up the knee and the ankle, bend your extended leg. Tuck that knee into the arch of the foot. Take a big overhead stretch. Inhale to come back. Exhale to take it to the other side. Inhale to come back. Exhale to twist. Opposite hand to hip. Inhale for the midline. Exhale as you twist long through the spine. We're going to do twice more. Exhale as you think soft on the bottom elbow. Stretch overhead. Elbow and palm softly to the mat. Inhale, come back. Exhale to twist. Inhale, come back. Exhale to twist. One more to each side. Think beautiful frame of the head as you come over. Feel that opening through the rib cage as you play with the arms. Last twist. Exhale, cupping opposite hand to hip. Inhale to come back. Exhale to twist. Sweep the legs underneath the body. Find your kneeling frame, hips over knees. Float both sets of fingertips into your lower back. Drop the arms at your side. Exhale to cup. Inhale to come back. Exhale to cup. I'll give you a side view. Both sets of fingertips into your lower back. Take a standing or rather a kneeling camel. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Big inhale in. On the exhale, give me a gentle twist. Keep your hips stacking over your knees. Use those inner thighs and your lower abs to give me a nice high frame in your kneel. Both sets of fingertips in your lower back. Last camel. Use that pull up from your lower abs towards your sternum. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to gently twist and cup. Inhale to come back. Exhale to twist. Tuck the toes under. Drop your fingertips to the mat and gently find your way to the haunches. Connect your whole foot to the mat as you softly roll up and find your way to the front of the mat. We're going to start playing with 2 rounds of moon salutation. Stand in parallel with your feet stacking underneath your hips. Tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly button in, and float the 2 hands together, palms looking up to the ceiling. This is your start and your end position as we play. Big breath in, bring both sets of fingertips in your lower back, take a standing back bend, exhale, bend the knees, think palms up as you ragdoll, roll down, roll back up, hands into your lower back, little back bend. Exhale as you softly fold forward. One more time. Little back bend, support your back, exhale as you fold forward. Take a big step back with your left leg. Turn both sets of feet towards me, knife edge your back leg, float your right arm overhead and behind you as you get a little flow through a side plank. Pivot, face away from me and side squat lunge as you dangle the fingertips down towards the floor, either working waist height or coming nice and low to the floor. Give me a pivot and give me a lunge line on the left. Step back into a plank. Drop to 4-point kneeling and give me an extended cat. By extending the arms on the mat in front of you, dropping the chin and the chest to the floor and piking your bum up to the ceiling. Drag it forward onto your belly. Set up a soft cobra with the arms at your sides, or give me a little shrug and a release into the shoulders. Tuck your toes under, pike your bum up to the ceiling in a down dog frame, but take the movement through your knees and your hips to release any tension. Still your down dog and kick up the left leg behind you. Change sides, kick up the right leg behind you. Swing that leg through, stacking underneath the hips. Soft on the knees as you roll it up. Both sets of hands come into the lower back. Take that back bend, float back to your start position, palms up to the ceiling. Let's move for flow. Big breath in, take a little back bend. Exhale and sigh as you come down. Inhale, take that back bend. Exhale as you come down. One more time. As you flow down, step back with your right leg. Turn both sets of feet towards me. Knife edge your back foot and find your little side plank flow. Lengthen through your limbs. Pivot, face the back of the room. Open up through the groin as you softly side squat lunge, dangling your arms down. Give me a lunge line on the right and step it back into a plank. Connect your knees to the mat. Find your extended cat frame, arms on the mat in front of you, bum piked up to the ceiling. Drag it forward. Find a soft cobra. Give me a little shrug and a release into the shoulders. Just have fun with the movement. Play with it. Keep your body soft and pliant. Find a soft down dog frame. Take the movement through your knees and your hips. Still your down dog. Kick up the right leg first on this side. Give me a changeover. Step through one leg at a time. Soft on the knees as you roll it up. Both sets of hands into your lower back. Take a gentle back bend. palms looking up to the ceiling. Big breath in, give me a back bend. Exhale as you roll down. Inhale as you peel up, support your back bend. Exhale as you softly flop forward. One more time. As you come down, give me a big step back with your left leg. Turn your feet towards me, knife edge your back foot, and find your side plank flow. Thinking length through the torso. Pivot, face the back, and side squat lunge, opening up a little bit more, dropping the bum closer towards the floor. Give me a lunge line on the left and step it back into a plank. Connect your knees in 4-point kneeling, relax the feet. Find your extended cat frame, piking your bum up towards the ceiling as you connect your chin and chest. Drag it forward onto your belly, set up a gentle cobra frame, and then wiggle and release into the shoulders. Let go of all that tension. It's Wednesday. Tuck your toes under, pike your bum up to the ceiling, move through the knees and the hips. Still your dog. Kick up the left leg, bracing into the hips. Take it to the other side. Swing through, stepping up underneath the hips. Roll it up, both sets of hands into your lower back. Palms looking up to the ceiling. Last round. Big breath in, take your back bend. Exhale and sigh as you bring it down. Roll back up, hands into your lower back. Exhale and sigh as you come down. One more time. As you come down, big step back with your right leg. Turn your feet towards me. Flow. Bringing that left hand overhead and behind you. Get into a rhythm of your own. Pivot, face the back. Side squat lunge. Open up through the groin. Give me a lunge line on the right and step it back into a plank. Drop to the knees. Find your extended cat. Really try to connect your chin and your chest to the mat. Drag it forward onto your belly. Set up a cobra. Give me a wiggle and a shrug and a release into those tight shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Float your bum up to the ceiling. Move through the knees and the hips. Still your dog. Float the right leg up behind you on this side. Keep those hips nice and squared to the floor. Give me a changeover. Kick up the left. Swing that leg through, stacking underneath your hips, soft on the knees. Roll it up. Both sets of hands come into your lower back. Come back to your start position. Palms looking up to the ceiling. We're going to find our way into a seated frame from here. So just give me a soft forward fold. Come onto the haunches. Step one hand back. Step the other hand back. Extend one leg. Extend the other. Either keeping the legs softly in extension or giving me a soft bend in the knees. We're going to morph into a little rocking motion. If rocking is not for you, just come onto the back and gently cradle rock your legs side to side. Otherwise, from this position, you're going to gently brace onto your thighs or just have the arms softly at your side as you give me a little rounded rock. Think rolling like a ball. And then morph your rolling like a ball into a soft forward fold, Paschimottanasana, and a soft plow, Halasana, giving me as much bend in the legs as you need. I want you to think of starting to open up through the spine. We're going to do at least 10 to 15 rolls, depending on how fast you're rolling. As the back starts warming up, I want you to play with your leg line. Give me a soft V forward and a soft overhead V, trying to tap your toes overhead to the floor if you've got enough give in the spine. If the spine is stiff, play where you're at. Opening up and almost thinking wide-legged seated straddle as you come forward. Upavista Konasana. Keep using a strong lower ab connection to play with that leg line. We're going to end in a seated frame, the legs bead out, either keeping it wide or bringing it in a bit narrower, but at least mat width distance apart. Sit up nice and tall, so make sure you're not hanging off your bum bones. Move your bum flesh out the way and make sure you can feel both of your bum bones connected to the mat, beautifully long through the spine. Brace into both heels so the legs are engaged. Zipper up on those inner thighs and pull up strongly from the pelvic floor to give me a strong seat. Float your arms into T. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, rotate. Think 180. Inhale, come back towards the center line. Exhale, take it to the other side. You're going to give me a flow through side to side. Check that you're not leaning back as you play. So use those inner thighs, use those lower abs to give me a nice high frank as you're playing side to side. Use your breath. Inhale to transition. Exhale as you come into the twist. We're going to morph into a saw. The next time you come over, stretch over your lead leg, but keep looking over the back set of fingertips. Lengthen through both arms. Inhale to come back. Exhale to transition. Lean forward into the stretch. Inhale, come back. Exhale as you find your saw. Inhale, come back. Keep bracing into both feet softly so that you keep those legs engaged. We're going to change up your next round of saws. As you come back and breathe into your saw, give me 3 pulses. Inhale, come back. Exhale. Keep rinsing and repeating. Lengthen through both sets of fingertips as if somebody was tugging on both arms. Keep looking behind you as if somebody was standing behind you and you were trying to get a peek at them. The last flow. We're going to use rolling like a ball to set up a little seal. Start in a seated frame as if you were coming into boat by tipping the weight just off your tailbone. Brace your hands on your shins or behind your thighs and float your elbows softly out. Nod your chin to your chest, round out your spine and C-curve. Pretend somebody's dropping a weight through your sternum. As the spine starts rounding out, your momentum will take you back as far as your shoulder blades. Bring it back up. Keep a nice rounded frame through the spine as you're rocking back and forth. You're either going to stay with rolling like a ball or you're going to morph into seal. I'll give you a front and then a side view. Keep your orientation on the mat. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together and flare your knees out. You're going to feed your hands through so that you can rest the weight of your ankles on your palms. You're going to clap the feet together 3 times, roll back, clap 3 times, and come back up. So let's find this funky little move. Find your start line on the mat. Clap, clap, clap. Rock back. Clap, clap, clap. Rock up. Clap, clap, clap. Rock back. Clap, clap, clap. If all else fails, just take a good giggle. Make sure that you keep those abs engaged when you're giggling and just enjoy the movement. Let's do one more. We're going to end seated on the mat and you're going to extend the legs out. We're going to roll it down. So I would suggest that you grab a towel. If you've got it, always a good idea to bring your hand towel with. If you've got a very thin yoga mat like I do, or a particularly knobbly or sensitive spine or a pronounced curvature of the lower back, always a good idea to place your padding where your lower back will imprint into as you come down. We're going to mix up the roll down. We're going to start in parallel and then morph into V. Sit up nice and tall, feet hip-width distance apart, and float your arms out in front. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, nod your chin to your chest, round out your spine in C-curve, and keep looking towards your belly button. Bring it down 1 vertebra at a time, connecting to the mat with control. Float your hands gently overhead, but don't quite drop them to the floor. Look down towards your belly button, brace into your heels, zipper up all the way to the inner thighs to draw yourself back to your start position. Exhale to round out. Think of that beautiful round frame through the spine as you come down. Don't look up to the ceiling. Look down towards your belly button. Brace into your heels. Use your inner thighs and your core. We're going to do 3 more like this. Then you're either going to stay here or you're going to morph your legs into a soft turn-out position on the mat. The last one from parallel. Nod your chin to your chest. Use your inner thighs and your core to control your descent and your ascent. As you come up after your last one, float the legs into a soft Pilates V. No tension in your feet. Just give me a soft, relaxed foot line. A lot more inner thigh as you round out. Keep looking in. Peel down with control. A lot harder to imprint into the mat from this position. So make sure you've got that padding underneath your back. If you need it, give me a soft little forward fold, almost stretching over your toes for the wall at the other side. Cat stretch back as you articulate down one vertebra at a time. If you're doing this correctly, it will almost feel like you're creeping towards the top end of the mat, and you have to wiggle down every now and then so that you don't lose your position on the mat. Exhale as you round out. Keep using those inner thighs and your lower abs to control. Zip it back up as you look down, draw yourself back. Soft little forward fold. See if you can give me two more. Control the whole time. If working from the turnout position is not for you, just hold the parallel line that we used first. Give me one more. Come down with control. As you come down on your last one, as soon as your back line connects to the mat, hug your knees towards your chest, cradle rock out, and bring your arms and your legs into a soft extended line on the mat. Neutral spine, so there's a definite little space between your lower back and the mat. Give me a soft extension on the right side of the body only. Fingertip to toe, left side passive and relaxed. Big breath in as you transition. Stretch through the left, fingertips and toes, right side, passive and relaxed. Big breath in as you come towards the center line. Extend through both sets of fingertips and toes. Belly button fused to your spine with a nice neutral spine position on the mat. Relax through the limbs. Bend the knees, connect the soles of the feet to the mat, and keep your arms overhead on the mat. Take a big breath in and think of shrugging or elevating through the shoulders so that you almost grow the arms along the mat to the wall at the other side of the room. Exhale to drop down. So you're inhaling and exhaling, shrugging the shoulders towards and away from your ears. Feel those shoulder blades connected to the mat the whole time as you elevate and depress through the shoulders. Hold a soft neutral spine position with your belly button firmly pulled in. Float your arms softly overhead. Exhale to weight the shoulders into the mat. Inhale to draw up towards the ceiling. Exhale to drop down. Inhale to weight up. Playing with that movement. Last one, we're going to take it into a pelvic tilt from here, and we're just playing between the 12 and the 6 o'clock position. Drop the arms at your sides. Make sure that you've got a comfortable neutral spine position to begin. So neutral spine will be your halfway mark between the two tilts. Knees are bent, soles of the feet connected to the mat, arms at your sides, palms down. Take a big breath in to prepare, and on the exhale, tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position so that your lower spine imprints into the mat. Hold that scooped or that hollowed out position through the belly. Inhale to come back to neutral. Exhale to dip your pelvis down to the 6 o'clock position so that there's more of a bow shape to your back, but don't allow the rib cage and the belly to pop out, so keep control. Inhale for neutral. Exhale as you round out. So you're tilting between the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock position, playing with that shape in your back. So rounding out to imprint your lower back into the mat, bring it back to neutral, tilting down to 6 o'clock and increasing the arch, but keeping control the whole time with your abs. So at no stage do you allow the belly and the ribs to pop out. You're keeping control the whole time, tilting between the 12 and the 6 o'clock position and keeping your bum bones firmly connected to the mat, just tilting through the pelvis, up and down. Last one. As you complete your last one, end in a soft neutral frame position and place both sets of fingertips on your sternum, that little bone just underneath your breast line at the top of your diaphragm. Take a big breath in. Arms are just soft at your side. On the exhale, nod your chin to your chest, peel up and look down towards your pubis. Inhale to float back. Rinse and repeat. As you exhale, feel that sternum dropping down towards the mat and almost weight the bottom of your rib cage into the mat. Exhale as you scoop and hold. Inhale to float back down. So your focus is on dropping through the breastbone, making it heavy towards the mat. And as you give me that scoop frame, you make sure that you're bringing the weight off your shoulders and you're rounding out through the spine, making the bottom set of ribs heavy into the mat and making your belly button as heavy into the mat as you can. One more like this. We're going to change it up. Keep your right hand where it is. Take your left hand, bend the elbow, and feed the hand just behind the head for support. The rest of the movement stays the same, but we're going to connect the inner thighs and the feet. As you scoop, brace through the feet, zipper up on the inner thighs, hold that frame for a second. Inhale to float back down. Exhale to scoop and round up. As you come into that scooped frame, I want you to give me a soft push through both feet. Zipper up strongly from your ankle bone all the way to your breastbone so that your whole body is engaged in the scoop. The hand behind your head is just to support the weight of your head, so don't yank on the neck or the head. Let's change sides. Left hand on your sternum, right hand tucked behind your head. Big breath in from neutral. Scoop, peel up, connect the feet, imprint your lower spine into the mat, weight off the shoulders. Inhale to float back down. So I want a very slow, controlled, mindful movement. When you're in the scoop, I want you to feel totally engaged from your feet to your breastbone. Head is soft and relaxed. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. Neck is soft and relaxed. No tension in your facial muscles. Use your body to hold the frame. The last one, we're going to change it up. Float both sets of fingertips behind your back. Big breath in to prepare. Exhale to scoop, round out, pause. Inhale to float back down. Make sure when you're scooping that you're engaged from your feet to your breastbone. Keep rinsing and repeating. When you come up, make sure that you're not hugging the arms in towards your body and yanking on your head. So I want you to keep the elbows wide as you scoop and round out. See if you can give me 2 more. Use your breath. Last one. As you peel back towards the mat, hug your knees in towards the chest as you scoop to peel up off the shoulders. So you're almost resting on your mid-back. Inhale, come back into extension, dragging the toes along the mat, bracing and kicking into the heels as you find neutral spine. We're going to rinse and repeat dynamically. Exhale as you tuck. Inhale to drag and come into extension. I want you to start playing with that inner thigh connection. So zipper up all the way from your ankle bone towards your sternum as you tuck, and then zipper down from your sternum to your ankle as you come into extension. So I want you to feel that zip working to pull up and pull down as you come back into extension. Belly button firmly fused to your spine the whole time that you're playing. Let's do one more, and I want you to end for me in extension on the mat. Legs are soft and relaxed and parallel. Swim the arms alongside the body, palms down. Bend the right knee, drag the big toe along the mat, brace and kick into the heel, whole leg down. Drag left, kick up, bring it down. Bend both knees together, drag, brace, toe, bend, drag, brace. Bend right, kick up, bring it down. Drag left, kick up, bring it down. Bend and drag both, brace, toe, bend, drag, brace. Bend right, kick up, bring it down. Drag left, kick up, bring it down. Both together, heel, toe, bend, drag, brace. Give me 2 more sets, and I want you to feel that inner thigh connection from your ankle bone to your waistline as you play with that foot position and toe and heel out. Last one. Belly button firmly fused to your spine the whole time. As you come into extension after your last set, gently bend both sets of legs into a soft tabletop frame, arms at your sides. You can tuck the hands, palms down underneath your bum if you need some support. Trace a circular pattern clockwise with the knees. Complete your circle and then take it anti-clockwise. You're going to keep alternating side to side, but I want a slow, controlled circle. Use the diameter of a tennis ball as your guideline and use your breath pattern to control. So inhale for half of your circle circumference, exhale for the other half. Close your eyes and take your focus in and try to connect to this full spectrum of your abs as you gently circle side to side, slow and controlled as you play. Let's do 2 more sets. Use that breath pattern. Try to keep your circle as round and as concentric as you can manage. Try not to strain the back of your neck, so keep your chin and your shoulders soft and relaxed. Last trace. As you complete your last trace, gently hug the knees in towards the chest and cradle rock your lower back out. Roll over onto your side and set yourself up with the knees bent, heels of your feet lined up along your spinal line, and give me a small prop on the bottom arm if you can. If this feels really uncomfortable, give me an extended line. You're going to give me a femur lift and lower on the top leg, lifting and lowering. Keep your belly button firmly pulled in as you play. Drive from your inner thighs and your glutes to lift and lower. Stop with the leg up and give me 5 circular traces forward. Feel that constant pull up through the inner thighs and the lower abs as you circle out. Feel that work through your glutes. Take it in the opposite direction. Buns of steel are hard work. Keep chipping away at it. Give me 2 more like this, and we're going to play with the top leg line. You're going to think knee to nose, extend. Knee to nose, extend. Knee to nose, extend. Just give me a soft foot on that top leg. Give me 2 more like this. We're going to clam line out, and we're going to mix up the clam today. So keep the knees together, keep the feet together, my bad, as you open and close through the knees. Keep those heels lined up with an extension of your back line. All right, let's play it up. As you open, lift the feet, close and bring it down. Open, lift, close and down. See if you can give me 8 more. Feel the burn and the wrap around into your glute. 5, 4, 3, 2. There's a change up coming, so listen carefully. End in a soft V frame, almost a frog-like position, and extend the bottom arm, bracing into that arm. Then think of drawing the 2 knees together halfway and opening up. Knees together, open. Don't collapse through the bottom shoulder. Almost try to keep the rib cage off the mat by pushing down softly through that extended arm. Give me 2 more like this. As you complete the last one, come back down to the mat. Reach for the top leg. Drop the top knee towards the bottom knee and take a little stretch. Then extend the top leg, hover it over the back edge of your mat, and extend your top arm over the front edge of your mat, stretching from the front end of your mat to the back edge of your mat on the diagonal, fingertip to toe. Brace your top hand softly into the mat. Draw your knees softly together as you peel up off the bottom shoulder and extend. Try to keep your body from connecting to the mat as you bend and extend, bracing into that bottom arm. Give me 2 more. Last one. Gently peel up, give me a swivel. We're going to rinse and repeat on the other side. Bend the knees, connect your heels to that extension of your back line. Give me a soft prop on the bottom arm and begin your femur lift and lower, giving me a nice bend in the top leg, working with control. So don't just swing the leg up and down. Think of engaging your inner thighs and your abs to lift and lower. Give me 2 more like this, then we'll circle out. End at about hip height and begin circling forward. Use your inner thighs, use your lower abs, use your glutes to drive that movement. Your whole powerhouse is engaged. Change direction. 2 more like this, then we're going to play with that top leg line. As you complete your last circle, think knee to nose, extend. Knee to nose, extend. Strong on that bottom arm the whole time and keep your rib cage and your trunk engaged. So don't collapse your frame into the mat. Keep it nice and strong. Last one, we're going to clam line out. Close the knees, keep the feet together, and then open and close through the knees, keeping those feet connected. Feel the inner thighs, feel the wrap around into the glute. Give me 3 more like this. Then we'll play with the foot line. As you open the knees, lift the feet, close them down. Open, lift, close them down. Keep zippering up the whole time through the lower abs towards your belly button line as you play. Alrighty, ready to play up that clam. Keep a slight turnout position, extend the bottom arm. Bring both knees together halfway between the starting point on both. So you're trying to float on that bottom arm, pushing down strongly through the palm and trying to keep your bottom rib cage from connecting to the mat as you play with the knees. Last 2. As you complete the last one, bring it back down to the mat. You're going to just gently grab hold of the top leg, drop the top knee towards the bottom knee and take a nice little stretch. Then extend the top leg, hover it over the back edge of your mat. Take your top arm and hover it over the front diagonal corner. Really give me length through the fingertip to the toe. Drop your top hand to the mat. Bend the knees and extend. Bend and extend. You're trying to hover off that bottom elbow and keep your legs from connecting to the mat as you bend and extend. Strong through your inner thighs and your core to drive that movement. Give me 2 more like this. Then we'll bring it onto the back. As you complete your last one, gently roll down, roll over onto the back. If you've come off the mat, just find your way back to the middle of the mat. You're going to bend the elbows and hold onto the shoulder blades behind your back. Knees are bent, soles of the feet connected to the mat, and you're in neutral spine. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, scoop, peel up, and I want you to hold and hug those shoulder blades. Inhale, float down. Exhale, scoop round up, nod your chin to your chest, weight into the mid-back. Tailbone has peeled up off the mat, sacrum has disengaged. Inhale to come back. Exhale, scoop and round out. Inhale to come back, change the cross of your arms. Make sure that you're really hugging and holding onto your shoulder blades. Feel those scapula if you can. Big breath in, scoop. Inhale, come back. Exhale, scoop. So almost marrying this with a little gentle Pavanmuktasana. As you draw the knees in, feel that air purging. Gently peel back to the mat. Knees are bent, soles of the feet connected to the mat. Neutral spine, chin line soft, back relaxed, shoulder blades connected to the mat. Bring your hands together in prayer position and drop your wrist line onto your sternum with the fingertips looking up to the ceiling. We're going to work a little supine cat-cow. Begin in neutral spine. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, scoop, round out your spine so that your lower back imprints into the mat. Inhale to come back to neutral. Exhale to scoop and round out. Inhale to come back. Close your eyes, take your focus in. As you round out, push or root through the feet, zipper up all the way from your inner ankle bone to your sternum. Bring it back to neutral. So every time you round out, you engage from your feet to the sternum, whole body locked in. Try not to arch the back of your neck as you're playing, so keep your chin line and your shoulders relaxed as you play with your supine cat-cow. Give me 2 more flow throughs. Come back to neutral. Gently drop your prayer fingertips to your lips. Thank yourself for making time to come and play. Namaste to you all. Thank you so much for coming out to play this morning. Give me a thumbs up to like this video. Make sure that you shoot your comments to me in the comments box below and hit that big red subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Just before I sign off, a reminder that for tomorrow's class, you're going to need 2 standard size bed pillows. We're going to play a little bit when we come to Shavasana relaxation at the end of the cycle. So 2 bed pillows for tomorrow's class. Until then, keep it light.